Moving on to more breaking updates, farmer leader Rakesh Tikait at Sports Minister's residence, Sakshi Malik also at Sports Minister's residence. This after Sports Minister had reached out to the protesting wrestlers to have a meeting with him. Now, of course, farmer leader at the residence of the Sports Minister and Sakshi Malik, the protesting wrestler, also at Sports Minister's residence at this point. A meeting is set to take place currently. So those are the details we are getting. In fact, Minister had invited protesting wrestlers for talks.
Conversation with us had categorically said that they're not going to accept whatever is going to be told to them. They are going to consult with Rakesh Tikait. But now with Rakesh Tikait being inside, one can assume that once they come outside, there will be a decision that would have been made, whether it is a yes or no, whether it results in the protest ending or the protest continuing is of course something that we will have to wait and see. But at this moment, the wrestlers have started coming in at Anurag Thakur's residence. The meeting is going to start in a short while from now.
All right, so the government had invited wrestlers who are protesting against WFI Chief Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh for talks to discuss their concerns, and the meeting is happening at the moment.
Last night, after which the Sports Minister tweeted as well, asking them to come and meet him and have a dialogue. But this has been one of the demands from the wrestlers, that they want the Khaap panchayat, the farmer leaders, to be involved in the decision-making process. And that is why, as of now, we've only seen one leader, Rakesh Tikait, enter this. We've seen the sort of influence the Tikaits have had on this wrestlers' protest, whether it's Rakesh Tikait, whether it's Naresh Tikait. They have made their presence felt multiple times at Jantar Bantar in Haridwar as well. So clearly that is why the wrestlers going in with Rakesh Tikait, because remember the last time around in January when the meeting had happened, the wrestlers had come out and said that they have felt betrayed because the Sports Minister did not give them enough time. So they do not want anything of that sort happening this time around. That is why they have decided to take Rakesh Tikait also with them. But answering your question, no, he wasn't invited by the Sports Ministry. The Khaap panchayats and the farmer leaders were invited by the wrestlers because they want their involvement in helping them make a decision with regard to the wrestlers' protest.
Right, so the Sports Minister Anurag Thakur had in fact tweeted yesterday that the government is willing to have a discussion with the wrestlers on their issues. I once again invited the wrestlers for the same. In fact, this coming days after, wrestlers met Home Minister as well to discuss some of the issues. So now, of course, an important meeting taking place at this point. Sakshi Malik at Sports Minister's residence and farmer leader Rakesh Tikait also at the residence of the Sports Minister.
Against Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh, and the wrestlers have been wanting to see him behind bars, be in jail for the sexual harassment allegations that have been put against him by 6 complainants now, because the 7th, we are learning, has gone and withdrawn those sexual harassment allegations against Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh. Apart from that, they of course want wrestling to be cleaned in this country. They do not want any tainted officials to be a part of the Wrestling Federation of India, and with that regard they want fresh and fair elections of the WFI. Now in this regard, of course, the Sports Ministry has already set up an ad hoc body in the Indian Olympic Committee which is looking into the elections that will be conducted. As far as the WFI is concerned, they have a 45-period deadline, so the elections are of course going to happen of WFI. These demands will be met, but the problem lies in arresting Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh, which is outside the control of the Sports Ministry, outside their purview, and the Sports Minister can only assure them that the investigation is being done fair and independent by the Delhi police. It is not being influenced as the wrestlers have been claiming, and that they should wait for that investigation to be over. Remember, in 48 hours we are learning that the Delhi police could file a status report as well, a fresh status report. So all of that is going to be very, very important in this day today when this meeting is going to take place. Remember, when the meetings had happened in January, They lasted about 5 to 7 hours. Now we are waiting to see how long this particular meeting with the sports minister is going to take place. But we can be sure that the sports ministry and, with the involvement of Rakesh Tikait, we should be expecting some sort of a decision with regard to the wrestlers' protest today. Now, does it result in ending it or does it result in its continuation is something that we have to wait and see. But there should be a decision today, especially because Rakesh Tikait has also gone inside, which was one of the demands of the wrestlers, and that has been accepted by the sports ministry.
WFI Chief Brij Bhushan Singh has reacted to Sports Minister Anurag Thakur's meet with the protesting wrestlers and on the Delhi Police's report in the sexual harassment case against him. In an exclusive conversation with Times Network, Brij Bhushan said that he has nothing to do with the government and wrestlers' meet and that he is waiting for the Delhi Police's report. Listen in.
सर, अनुराग ठाकुर जी ने कल रात को ट्वीट किया और उन्होंने कहा कि एक बार फिर से वो रेसलर्स को बुलाएंगे मुलाकात करने के लिए और हर पहलू पर बातचीत करने के लिए तैयार है। किस तरीके से सर देखते हैं इस पूरी मुलाकात को और एक और पहल को?
नहीं, मेरा क्या, उससे कोई मेरा संबंध नहीं है। बुलाएंगे, रेसलर हैं, वो मंत्री हैं, मिल ही सकते हैं, क्या उसमें दिक्कत है?
सर, स्टेटस को रिपोर्ट का इंतजार करेंगे। 48 घंटों में बताया जा रहा है कि दिल्ली पुलिस सबमिट कर सकती है।
मैं तो इंतजार ही कर रहा हूँ।
हाँ जी,
मेरा कोई कमेंट नहीं है,
Meanwhile, Times Network's Karishma spoke to wrestler Sakshi Malik on the meeting with Sports Minister Anurag Thakur. Sakshi Malik added that the wrestlers will be meeting the Sports Minister and they've pushed for open meeting and not behind closed doors. Let's listen in.
मतलब क्या बोलोगे मीटिंग में?
हमारी मांग तो सेम ही है, गिरफ्तार करो, जो पता है तो सर सुबह
अच्छा
रखेंगे और फिर देखते हैं कि उनकी तरफ से क्या आता है।
अच्छा, साक्षी, कई लोग ना बजरंग की तरफ से ये भी चला रहे हैं कि ओपन मीटिंग रखी जाएगी, सबके सामने होगी, बिहाइंड क्लोज डोर्स नहीं करोगे, ये सही है?
हाँ सही है, ओपन होगा, सब जो भी होगा पब्लिक को पता चलना चाहिए कि सरकार ने क्या रखा है, हमारी क्या मांग है। कुछ भी ऐसे पर्दे के पीछे नहीं होगा, क्योंकि जो हमारे समर्थक है ना, उनको भी पता चलना चाहिए कि सरकार किस तरीके का ऑफर कर रही है, क्या कर रही है। तो हम कुछ भी ऐसे बंद उसमें फैसला नहीं लेने वाले कि हाँ हमें फैसला ले लिया, हमें ठीक लगा तो हमने ले लिया। हम फैसला तभी लेंगे जब हम अपना, जो यार गवर्नमेंट हमें देगी कि क्या क्या मानने वाली है, वो हम अपने जो खाप पंचायत जो है जुड़े हुए हैं हमारे साथ संगठन सारे, उनको पहले दिखाएंगे कि सरकार ने ये फैसला ये किया है और क्या हमें मानना चाहिए या नहीं मानना चाहिए। अगर हमें नहीं पसंद आया तो हम ही मना कर देंगे, बाकी अगर हमें ठीक लगा और हम फिर बताएंगे, और जब उनकी तरफ से हो जाएगा ना ठीक है, गवर्नमेंट ठीक दे रही है, तो ही एग्री होगा। यूँ नहीं है कि चुपचाप करके हम कुछ भी मान लेंगे या ले लेंगे।
तो आज की मीटिंग में ये खाप पंचायत या फार्मर लीडर्स भी होंगे साक्षी, तुम लोगों के तरफ से?
नहीं, हम सिर्फ जा रहे हैं, हम और कोशिश, लेकिन जो भी गवर्नमेंट अपनी तरफ से दिखाएगी या देगी वो हम सब दिखाएंगे। ये उन्होंने मांगने को बोला है।
अच्छा, तो
कि हम रेसलर्स और कोचेस लेके और बैठ जाएंगे।
अच्छा, और मतलब आप लोग चाह रहे हो कि जो मीटिंग हो वो मीडिया के सामने हो, पब्लिक के सामने आए?
हाँ, पब्लिक के सामने बिल्कुल आनी चाहिए कि सरकार ये बातें रख रही है, हम ये रख रहे हैं, क्योंकि जो समर्थक है उनके बीच में ये जा रहा है कि हम चुपचाप बातें कर रहे हैं सरकार से, जो कि गलत है, जो कि मतलब नहीं हम ऐसा कर रहे हैं। हम सब कुछ ओपन अप रखेंगे कि मीडिया को से लेके और आम पब्लिक से लेके और सभी